All right, we're here with my coach, Coach Doug Charles, the LCA Eagle coach. We win and we ride, and if anybody's winning, it's you, Coach. Coach, man, great season last season. I mean, just how do you keep building on this, Coach?
Well, first of all, I got a great staff. I've got a great football family. I have, we've got a lot of continuity in our staff, and great players. You got to have some Jimmys and Joes, and we've got a real good guys down the line as far as our youth and our middle school. Those guys do a great job of developing those kids to play the game and acclimating them to our culture. So I think that's probably the key to it.
Now, I say great season because, as always, you seem to end up a game away from state or somewhere around in there where. But you started off having losses. You had a lot of injuries. Just I guess on the plus side of that, you got a lot of kids that were able to play last year, got more time than you expected. What are you expecting out of the team this season?
Well, to kind of put a bow on last year's deal, we're not a program that spends a lot of time talking about excuses and maybes and shouldas, woulda, couldas, and ifs and buts. Uh, however, we did go through a lot of a rash of adversity that we didn't expect to come. First of all, we were replacing 16 seniors from the year before that are the core of our success in this last 5 or 6 years. And then, so we lost 80% of our starters on both sides of the football. And then, we were hit with just a lot of untimely, we had a very, very deep quarterback room. And time we got into week 4, we were at a fourth string quarterback and had taken a
God.
snap since middle school. So football is a game of unknowns and whatever. But, this year every year is a new year. Every team is a new team. Our goals don't change. We want to be playing in first weekend in December, and we've been working all off season to be able to try to survive and advance and go as deep as we can go.
Survive in advance. This sounds like your scheduling process, Coach. You want to survive in advance. Looking at the schedule this season, Coach, we looked at last season. Everybody on the records was like, LCA's probably got one of the hardest schedules. And you just simply said, hold my beer, Coach.
If you look at it,
I
Coach,
mean,
number one,
Bowling Green, Coach, Boyle County, Pikeville, Christian Academy of Louisville, Lexington Catholic. Then you get your district games, and then you finish it all off with Raceland, Coach.
yeah, on the road. How
On
about
the
that?
road,
How about
yeah.
that?
I
Uh,
mean,
so we're zigzagging the state. We're playing in Western Kentucky. We're playing in Louisville. Of course, we're playing in Lexington, and then we're going to Eastern Kentucky. So, you know, uh, the things that we can control, which is our non-district schedule,
hmm
we are very intentional. We have been year in and year out to play a challenging schedule. I always believe, and I've shared this before on your show, that if you wait until the last game of the year to play your best opponent, you have done your team an injustice.
yep.
And so, we like to play on the big stages. And when you've had success, some of the success that we've been able to enjoy over the last 4 or 5 years, people aren't lined up to play you either. So let's start with that. But our non-district schedule, 5 of the 6
yeah.
are state championship teams. 3 were state champions, and 2 were runners up.
hmm
And so, you know, we've got, and we're circled. We got it. We know we're circled on everybody's calendar, and you know, it's going to be a challenging schedule. But I talked to Oakley last night. We wouldn't want it any other way.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. All Everything Cutter Bowley, he's committed to UK and he's actually going to reclassify. I mean, I know you probably wishing the best for him, but man, would like to have that one more year, huh?
Well, the fact is he was a 25 recruit, but in Kentucky, he did his school that he had gone to previously did not participate in the extra COVID year.
Oh,
So Cutter, this would be his last year of eligibility,
okay.
anyways. He was going to graduate in 24, but then enroll in college in 25. So he just moved that up a little bit,
Oh,
as
okay.
this recruiting deal is a very fluid process.
To
So,
say the least.
but we're certainly excited to have Cutter, and not just what he brings from a talent wise, but just what an awesome young man he is, and he checks every box, coach. He is that guy.
Now, it's almost hard to see him getting better. But my understanding is you've seen the improvement of him just coming through the spring and the off season that he's actually getting better.
Well, he has. He's got so much more confident. He's a he can make every throw. Uh, we do a lot of movement, a lot of shifts, a lot of different things pre-snap. You know, I think we track all that stuff. I think he had one or two mental errors all year last year. He went through a high ankle sprain, came back after 2 games, and was our leading rusher in our semifinal game at Owensboro. He is but he had never played in a spread offense before.
Mm.
So for him to be able to come in and get acclimated to a spread offense and to learn our systems and terminology, and then get to know our receivers and build that chemistry, and to be able to do all that while he's making visits all over the country and doing camps and different things. That is very admirable, and he's done a good job. We think his best football's ahead of him, and he's learned so much. He got so much better as the year went on, and because see, that's one thing with a great player. Great players can make plays. Sometimes they want to make every play,
Hmm.
and sometimes you got to take your medicine and live to fight again, right?
Yeah.
So, but he's just so cerebral and so much prepared. But he's so humble and selfless, and he just a consummate teammate, and we're just blessed to have him.
All right, coach. Now, as you get ready for this season, what's the one aspect of the team I think that you maybe have concerns with, and what's one of the strengths of this team going into this season?
Well, I think the strength is that our depth. I think we have more depth. In our rotation in every position group is going to be way bigger than it's ever been. Speed, size, athleticism, experience. We've got depths. We're not going to have to play too many people, too many reps both ways. We've got all but one starting lineman back. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we have, of course, we have Cutter back, and we have our leading receiver back, Parker Cheney. We have a great running back room. We were a little suspect last year in being able to run the football. We think with our line and with the amount of bodies now that we have and capabilities we have in our run game, we think that's really going to complement an already good passing game. And I think our special teams was an area that we had to grow in a lot, and we've really made some strides in that area. In our kicking game, our average starting yards last year was negative 17 to our opponent. And I'm a big hidden yards guy. You can't
Mm-hmm.
field position is a huge thing but we feel really good. We've shored that up as well. So we've had a great off season. We've had a great. We've done a lot of work on team building.
Okay.
Uh, Defensively, we've had some staff changes. Marty Moore that led our defense the last 5 years. Uh, he was there last year, and but Marty is Mason's now playing college football, and he's able
Okay.
to go see him play more, and just with some job stuff. It was just time to, we knew that day was coming eventually, and it
Okay.
came. So we've got Paul Raines, who
That's right. You brought Paul Raines out of retirement again.
so blessed to have Coach Raines back, and he's kind of the guy that's the godfather of our program. He started our program. He won a state championship there, runner up there. Been a head coach for 28 years. Had success everywhere he's been. He'd been with our family, our football family. One of the first things I did when I took the job is reach out to Paul and just bring him in, embrace him, because he means so much to our school and our program. And Paul is he's seen a lot of movies, and he's been in a lot of wars, man. And
Yes, sir.
he's a veteran, and we're already seeing fruits from him bringing on. And we just got some other good young coaches involved, and we're going in there. And I have to say, Coach, in case you don't ask me, I would be remiss. I am blessed to have a guy that could be a head coach anywhere here as well. Oakley Watkins,
Mm-hmm.
who's my absolute right hand man in every regard, and no decision that I make is without his counsel and him being in the loop. And he is just such a great offensive mind from
Yeah.
everything he does, and helps me organization, and he's so vital in helping our kids in the recruiting process. He's just a blessing to us, and I just want to make sure that I gave him the proper shout out and love that he
All right, yes, sir. Well deserved. We actually interviewed Coach Oakley, and he great coach, man. Love talking to him, Coach. Man, it's just infectious. Coach, to say you look good, you look like you're ready and rejuvenated for this schedule, Coach. Looking for big things out of LCA as usual. I'm picking y'all quite a bit this year, Coach.
I'm gonna be watching you
I,
now.
I will be picking y'all quite a
Uh,
bit, Coach.
I got to get
Yes.
you some bling though,
No,
right?
I don't want it to seem like I'm selling my picks, Coach. No, no. But no, Coach, man, I love the affections that you have and the way that you deal with these kids and just this program. Is great when we're over there and seeing the atmosphere that you've created at LCA. I mean, like you say, it goes from y'all go from youth league all the way up. It's just like a family atmosphere there, man. So we want to keep doing what you're doing, Coach, building big things. And thanks for coming by, Coach.
Hey, really appreciate you, Coach Truck, as always.
Yes,
Don't be a
sir.
stranger.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
All right.